Hey everyone, and welcome back. Hey Willers. Welcome to this Deep Deck Thoughts from the Off-Grid Cabin. Ooh. First of all, I should say that, I had an attack by a set of needle-nose pliers. They leapt right off the table and attacked me. So that's why my forehead looks like this. I got in two different places. It's awful. I'm having a Hockley dark beer, mild, light body, full flavor. Not as cold as it could be, but what the hell. I've been working on my pine tongue and groove today, and then it started to rain. It wasn't supposed to rain until later on this evening, like 9 o'clock. And it started to rain, so I ran around and I put all my tools away because I didn't want them getting wet. And then it stopped raining. So I took that as an indication that I should probably have a beer. Oh, and then a C-130 Hercules flew overhead. One flew over earlier today. It wasn't 200 feet off the top of the trees. Boy, and those things are huge. It's a military aircraft, right? Great big thing. Anyway, I thought I'd talk a little bit about Deep Deck Thoughts. My Deep Deck Thoughts videos. But let me start with this. I have a Patreon page, and I don't really push it because it's not a big deal to me to have patrons or anything like that. And I don't have any rewards on there either, so you don't have a lot of incentive to become a Raspberry Rock patron, unless you just love what I do and you just want to do something a little extra, and that's kind of why it's there for. But I thought, maybe this is one thing I can put on my Patreon page is Deep Deck Thoughts videos and other kind of videos like this. Maybe some nice scenery videos or a crackling fire video or just nature sounds or things like that I can put there. Just for people who want to give a little extra, and then I can give a little extra back. And I think probably that most people aren't interested in Deep Deck Thoughts videos anyway. So, but maybe some of you are, and some of you would like to see them. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to start doing Deep Deck Thoughts videos once a week and put them on my Patreon page. And maybe I'll switch it up, and maybe I'll do, as I said, some other types of videos. Anyway, I'm going to try and do that once a week. So I've been working on my pine tongue and groove here, and it's been going. Working on one wall that you don't see very much in the cabin, so it's a good place to start and make my mistakes and carry on. And it's not going too badly. My biggest challenge has been getting the boards together completely, and my clamping system was working really well. So I set my clamps up and I clamp the board down and get it in place. My nailer, I bought a 15 gauge nailer for it, and it's probably a little too powerful for what I'm doing because the nails are a little too big because sometimes they split the wood and they don't go in just nicely. But I'll make do with that for now. It's kind of funny that it's so nice here. I'm sitting here in a t-shirt when it was not this past weekend, but the weekend before. It's Tuesday now, so not this past weekend, but the weekend before was the worst winter storm we've had, if not this past winter, then every winter since I've been here. And we had rain and freezing rain and ice pellets and snow and a mixture of those four things for 4 days. And I did that video with my wife Alicia of us heading out on the trail. And so if you watch the video, you saw what it was like. I know this, and all the ice is gone, and most of the snow is gone. There's a bit of snow down here in front of the deck where it came off the roof. But it's just gorgeous. Like starting last Friday, or maybe last Thursday, it's warmed right up, and it's been sunny, and it's just gorgeous weather here. And no bugs. I shouldn't say no bugs. Some bugs have come out, like houseflies have come out. The odd mosquitoes come out, but they're not biting. But I could sit out here all night like this. Well, I might get a little chilly. It's only about 15 Celsius right now. Only. I'm loving it. I've mentioned this before in my Deep Deck Thoughts videos, but if I seem a little blurry and the background isn't focused, I do that on purpose. Don't look at me. Look at the scenery. I set the focus to be on the background. Anyway, it's been wonderful here. We've got tons of birds around, blue jays and warblers and blackbirds and several I can't identify. The muskrats and the beaver are just in the evenings they come out and they're all over the pond, swimming around. We haven't seen any otters in a while, probably in a couple of weeks, but they tend to travel from pond to pond, so we wouldn't see them very often. We saw that elk. Yeah, we saw an elk, and I put the video of that on Facebook, which is pretty cool. It was right over here on the rock. In fact, you can see it in the video, in this video, right over here on the rock, about 100 yards away, 100 meters, 100 yards. And Willow was barking her head off like crazy, and this elk it didn't care. It's just wandering around, foraging on the ground for food. It was amazing. Yeah, that's life at Raspberry Rock. So another video that I'm working on right now is my wife and I made an owl box. Well, she did most of the work. I did some of the tricky stuff like cutting the boards for her, and then she did the rest, and we actually hung it up. So I'm working on that video right now as well, and it should be up, I'm gonna say Friday maybe. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Can you see that bird on that feeder? I call it a blackbird, but I'm not absolutely certain that it is a blackbird. But that's Alicia's bird feeder that she puts up, and the birds just go crazy around there all day long. I've also heard in the pipeline there's some changes to, some interesting changes that YouTube is coming out with. Well, let's call them features, where you can actually sponsor your favorite YouTube channel. I have no idea how it's going to work. I think it's going to be like the $1 a month, or $2 or $5 or $10 or whatever, and then you get some kind of perks or rewards that go with that. So that's kind of an interesting thing. I don't know how it's going to work. I don't even know if it's 100% true just yet, but that'll be an interesting thing if it happens. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, please. Leave a comment below. I answer most comments. And yeah, hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet, and you'll get future videos like this. Or maybe you won't. But you can see other videos. Anyway, I'm out. Go bird.